All right. Welcome. We are live in Augusta, Georgia. We're going to recap round one of the very famous golf tournament that's happening just across the street. I think we have to start. You know, we could break down the leaderboard, which we're going to do. But it's Thursday. There's a lot of golf left.
Yeah.
But there's something that happened today that will live in infamy in Augusta national history.
Yeah.
Jose Luis Ballester. I don't know. I want to pronounce that right. Jose Luis Ballester. I think that's probably right.
Mm-hmm.
Jose Luis Ballester pulled out his hog at Augusta National. He did it.
See it.
He went there. So he is the reigning U.S. Amateur champion. He's a Spanish kid. First Spaniard to win the United States Amateur. Big accomplishment. Great player. Top 5 amateur in the world at Arizona State. He took a piss today.
First sin, though, the hat. Upside down words on the hat.
You didn't like that either?
You're out.
I don't want to make this. I don't want to get too. The hat. It's a sartorial choice.
Yeah.
People like it and people
But he's
don't.
got 2 strikes against him.
I think what he did. Pissing. This is one of those things where you're going to look back on this in 10 years and be like, I cannot believe that I did that.
He said after the round, he has no regrets.
He has no regrets. It was on the 13th hole, apparently very public because they asked him about it afterwards. We got him talking about it. Let's listen to what Jose had to say about his antics today at Amen Corner.
Well, I completely forgot that we had those restrooms on the left of the tee box.
Stupid fucking hat.
13th tee.
Yes, correct. And then I'm like, I really need to pee. Didn't really know where to go, and since JT had an issue around the green, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna sneak here in the river. Probably the people would not see me that much, and then they clap for me. Probably one of the clubs that I really got today, like really loud. So that was kind of funny.
Are you concerned that there might be any blowback from that at all? Or I mean, obviously they did see you, right?
Yeah, they saw me. I mean, it was not embarrassing at all for me, so if I had to do it again, I would do it again.
That wasn't the question, bro.
The brashness of college kids, I will say though, while it was happening, that's a Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame piss.
Yeah, that's a Hall of Fame piss. I was thinking, I once took a piss off like the Grand Canyon. I don't know if that's going to get me in trouble with like the National Forest Service. I thought that was an incredible piss. Another great piss when you're in line at a baseball game and there's like 30 people in line for the bathroom and you've had a couple beers and you finally get to drain.
You get to the trough.
You get to the trough. That's a Hall of Fame one. Yeah, Arizona State, rough start. His coach, Matt Thurmond, is here this week, and he was escorted off the property on Tuesday for wearing shorts. So not the hottest start for Arizona State. I just cannot believe that he peed in Rays Creek.
I don't think he understands. Is it like the official generational shift of like these guys don't know how
that you can't pee in Rays Creek?
Yeah, like they didn't know that he doesn't know. He called it a river. He didn't even know it's Rays Creek.
It's just a river. Yeah, I wanted to take a break. Unbelievable stuff. All right,
tense.
Let's hop into a little bit of leaderboard analysis. So Justin Rose might be the real Charlie Hoffman. So Justin Rose shot 65, 7 under par. He leads by 3. It's the 5th time that he has led or co-led after the first round. It's the most in Masters history, past Jack Nicklaus. He has been absolutely feast or famine in the majors. He finished tied for 2nd in the last major at the Open Championship and missed the cut in a couple before that. And his loss, I mean, when I caddied for him, we did an on the bag. He was telling me that like his loss to Sergio Garcia in 2017 still really stings.
Yeah.
And he wants this really bad. He's been in this position before, and I think his best position or his best finish after having, because he did not have a share of the lead or the co-lead in 2017. His best finish after having a lead or co-lead is like 5th or 7th place. So, but he's 3 shots ahead. It's pretty impressive round, and with a bogey on 18, he was 8 under through 16.
Yeah, I mean, he wants it. He wants it more than he wants regular wins. Which I told you as well.
Yeah, we posted a clip today where we asked. It was interesting. I asked Jason Day back, like, if you could have 7 more tour wins or 1 more major, and Jason Day said 7 more tour wins without hesitation.
Yeah.
Justin Rose went the other way. He's a little bit older. So he knows that these chances. But listen, Justin Rose is holding on. Like he's kind of in contention to be that. Like him and Sergio are sort of in contention to be that elder statesman on the Ryder Cup. So I think he's got a lot of extra motivation and fighting against Father Time is, Phil's done it. It's definitely possible. He's only 40. I think he's like 44, 45. It's not like he's ancient.
Who would you be more stoked on, Sergio or J. Rose?
To win the tournament?
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. I mean, they both have 1 major in their careers. Justin Rose has the gold medal. Sergio doesn't. I think I would be more stoked on Justin Rose because I know him a little bit better. It's a little bit of a personal call.
Same, and he doesn't have a jacket yet.
It doesn't. Yeah, Sergio's already got it.
Yeah.
Someone who also already has a jacket, Scottie Scheffler. And an ominous beginning, I would say, for everybody who is not named Scottie Scheffler. Perfect start. Just a perfect start. Bogey-free. He did miss left a few times late. I was looking at his stats. He's like 132nd, I think, on tour in left rough tendency. It's like 15%. He's missing left a little bit more this year. And that's been part of the reason why the results haven't been as stellar as they've been, in this beginning last year. But he was also saying that he wasn't 100% when he got back. He sliced his hand open, and it required surgery. And that's going to take a bit to get just like mobility back, to get trust back. But his last start in Houston, he finished second, almost chased down Min Woo Lee, made 4 straight birdies in the back 9, and then he said coming into this week that this is as prepared as he's felt. Like he feels ready to do it. Stole a couple on the par 3s. On 4, he made a 62-footer, and on 6, he made a 42-footer. It's just such a clean card. He took care of the par 5s on the front. Not so much on the back, but we were just watching the coverage a little bit before we started recording this, and we saw, Rory, to contrast, Rory got to 4 under and then made a double bogey on 15, par 16, and double bogey on 17. And this is what Rory was talking about earlier this year, was trying to play more mistake-free rounds like Scottie Scheffler does, right? Rory obviously has the Rory's good is there. He's making a ton of birdies. But it's just avoiding those sort of like making 2. It's hard to win a major championship making 1 double bogey. Doesn't happen that often. He made 2 in a 3-hole stretch.
Rory's last 4 holes felt like he was asleep at the wheel. Like he was like,
Did he get in the house yet?
Let's see.
Yeah, he shot 33 on the front 9. He's probably going to shoot 39 on the back 9. Yeah, okay, so he's in at even par. So he parred 18. He played so much better than that. It's not a horrible start, but when you're 4 under after, 14, and you're going to a par 5, and he hit it just long of the green on 15. 15, by the way, gave people a lot of issues today.
Yeah, who else did we see struggle?
Patrick Cantlay made an 8 on 15. Long of that green, it was a front, kind of a middle front pin on the right side, and I think guys are more likely to go for it kind of on the right side because there's room to right, whereas left it gets really narrow. Patrick Cantlay hit it long, just like Rory hit it long. Patrick Cantlay hit it in the water twice. And Rory hit it in the water once. And we were talking to Zane earlier. Like, that's one of the shots that is so much more dramatic in person than it looks like on TV. It's like, I think I got to give credit to Trent from Barstool. I think he said it's like trying to hit a golf ball up onto a saddle. You know what I mean? It's like,
look at his face.
Yeah, it's just, again, not all even par rounds are created equal, right? Like, if he was 2 over through 14 and birdied the last 2, kind of keep himself in it, it's a different narrative than being 4 under through 14 and just sort of collapsing. I mean, it's only Thursday. There's obviously more than enough time. But
I blame everyone who tweeted something when he went in at 33.
It's amazing how everyone just blows their load on Masters Thursday. It's like Rory is 2 under through 4, and he's got one arm in the green jacket basically. Bryson, what is Bryson? He was at 4 under last we saw.
He's at 3. He's not done yet.
Not done yet. Made a bogey on 17. You were talking about how subdued he was.
Yeah, all week.
Yeah.
He had this like somber tone to the way he was speaking. He was taking those like first day of school pics outside on Magnolia Lane.
I think he did it again today.
Yeah. Oh, again?
Yeah, he did it again.
See, I think he's like trying to catch the feels or something. If he wins, he's gonna weep like a baby. I'll tell you that much.
I did see he hit it close on 16, and he started pumping up the crowd a little bit. So you're not gonna keep him down for too long.
Speaking of putting on a show, how about Freddie Couples today?
Yeah.
He was just like hobnobbing around.
Freddie was incredible. I mean, this golf course, and we say it every year about the magic of Augusta. Fred Couples has like not even played that well on the Champions Tour this year. I think his best finish is like a tie for 15. Just 2 massive moments. Started on the first hole, he misses it long and left on 1, which is not a good spot to miss it, and he putts it up the hill, right in the middle of the hole, and then he turns around and like starts. I don't know if he knew that guy. Did you see the clip?
Yeah.
He was like talking to this guy for like a good, this guy over there on the right, for like 30 seconds. It was like he was not in a rush at all to pick his ball up out of the hole, and then it got even better on 14. First of all, he's got the yellow ball, which On Hill also has the yellow ball. I don't know. Maybe they like pay in the Champions Tour guys extra to use the yellow ball.
I think Bernhard also plays the yellow ball.
Is it just
He
like
was at the par 3 yesterday?
Imagine if that was something they didn't tell you, that Augusta just made you. If you're old, they just make you use a yellow ball. No, I don't know why. You never see. I think Peter Malnati's the only guy like on the PGA Tour who uses a yellow ball. But
A young stud. Sorry, I skipped ahead. I just was so
no, you're
excited
fine.
about
You're
Freddie.
fine. We'll keep with Freddie. So yeah, 186 yards, 191 yards, something like that, right in the middle of the hole. And how about this first stat? It's from Justin Ray, who's the greatest stat man who ever lived. 42 years between the first time he broke par here in 1983. The first time Fred Couples broke par at Augusta National was in 1983. He did it in 2025. 42 years between those breaks Jack's record. Jack had a couple records fall today.
Wait, what was Jack's record?
He had broken par 41 years apart.
Oh, okay.
42 years. That's like, it's pretty crazy to think about.
He also had some like good energy coming into this week. He was talking about Bernhard in an interview.
Yeah.
He was like getting a little emotional, it felt like.
Yeah, I mean, I think the guys who have, because Bernhard's a couple years older than him, and I think the guys who have like shared the stage with Bernhard in the Champions Tour feel a sense of pride of like how incredible he's been, and he's been like the lifeblood of the Champions Tour.
Representing a whole generation right now.
He's representing a whole generation. He's making his last start. He was under par for a while, ended up finishing 2 over. Cory Connors, I'll let you have the floor. It's kind of your boy now, isn't it?
I was just thinking about Bernhard's red fit, and then you brought up the red and the white, our Canadian boy, Cory Connors. I want to shout out my man, Rick Gaiman, who, was giving me a little ish on the show when I was asking about,
asked
is anybody winning money on Cory Connors? And he said, absolutely not.
He said nobody makes money on Cory Connors to win. He did birdie 3 of the last 4 to get in that 68. He's had a really good record here. He's got 3 he was top 10 in a row. I think it was 21, 22, 23, I want to say, or maybe 20, 21, 22. Anyways, he's got 3 top 10s at Augusta National. One of the few guys who kind of hits it right to left. That obviously is an advantage on 2, on 10, on 13. Mm-hmm. So a flush. But again, with Cory Connors, the question is not whether he can shoot 4 under on Thursday. It's whether he's going to be able to close.
I like this card too. It's like, okay, birdie on 2, expected. Bogey on 5, normal.
Yeah.
Right?
5 is the hardest. 5 is the hardest hole out there, I think.
Good.
5 is
Birdie on 15, good.
Yeah.
17's not an easy hole.
17's a very difficult
18
hole.
is not like birdie to finish. Like not many people do that.
Yeah, the 18, the pin was a little bit. If you landed it long, there was like a little bit of a backstop today. But yeah, very solid opening round for the Canadian. Tyrrell Hatton. So this guy's got quite the history with Augusta National. So he shot 3 under today. A couple years ago, he was the first person that I can remember who went on the record being like, I don't like this golf course. I mean, biased, they're pissed on it. So maybe that frontier's been broken now. But he said basically that, he doesn't feel like it accurately rewards good shots. He said it can be unfair at times. For a while there, his best finish was like a 50th. He had a good year last year. And I think we have a clip of him talking about the golf course today.
Do I like any golf course? Nah. It's just so hard. It's like, you love being here and it's very special, but it's like at any moment, like you can just hit a shot and it just does your head in. So you just need to keep hitting perfect shots.
I like saying does your head in is such a cooler way of saying like drives me crazy. It's very British.
You know what Zane taught me yesterday?
What?
It's a dog's breakfast.
Yeah, what does that mean again?
It's Australian slang for like mess in there.
So would you say Rory made a dog's breakfast come into the house, or what would you like? On
is that accurate, Zane?
14 and 16, he made a dog's breakfast.
So Rory made a dog's breakfast.
Made a dog's breakfast. Tyrrell's been playing really well. He won a huge tournament to start the year. Bogeyed 17, but another. All these guys, you make 1 bogey, 2 bogeys max. Rory's just out there just making double circles or double squares all over the place. He won a big tournament to start the year, and Rory basically already put him on the Ryder Cup team. Said he's going to be at Bethpage no matter what. Said he's going to be a dog in that atmosphere.
I'd be shocked if he wasn't.
Yeah, he's going to be for sure. He's going to, and we talk about self-awareness a lot. He's very self-aware. I remember we had him on. I did an interview when I was with Barstool, and I asked him. I was like, we need to get you into into golf course design so that you couldn't moan about your own golf course? And he said, no, I would still moan about that too. So he knows who he is.
We'll see if he slips on a green jacket on Sunday. We'll see how much shit he's going to be talking between Friday and Sunday.
He'll immediately. It's my favorite golf course that I've ever played. Jordan Spieth, kind of similar, honestly, situation to Rory. Got off to a really, really good start. 2 under through 9 holes, and then on the back he made 3 bogeys and a double. It's the same story with Spieth this year. It's like, he made 5 birdies, which is more than enough to shoot a really good score. It's just the mistakes. There seems to be so many mistakes. He plays like almost ratchet rounds of golf.
What happened on 10? Did you see that?
I didn't see what happened on 10. I know on 13 he made an absolute mess. It's just like he teases us with a good start like that, and you keep thinking that, all right, he's going to turn the corner here. He's finally figured it out. But it's been the same thing. It's sort of a microcosm of how the year has gone. There's been good starts.
He got amen cornered.
Yeah, he did got amen cornered big. I mean, birdied 11, which is stealing one. Talk about a difficult hole.
Yeah.
11 is brutal. I think 11, 5, 11, 17, I think are the holes where like you're especially if you make a par, you feel like any par 5, he did the hard part.
How long is that 17th hole now?
Yeah, it's a beast.
Have they made that any longer?
I don't know if they've made it any longer. The green is really and especially where the pin was today. Like we saw Rory 3-putt it. It's like Trickleville. If you get it past, you almost want to miss it long of the slope because you're coming back up the slope. Whereas today, if you missed it, if you ran yours by like Rory did, it just kept like trickling and trickling and trickling and trickling. A couple guys who did not get off to good starts. Phil Mickelson shot 3 over. I was surprised. I picked him. I thought he was going to finish the top 10. He still might. Again, we're 25% of the way through this. It's the first quarter. It's important to. I just think there's so much pent up energy coming into the Masters because there hasn't been a major in 9 months that everyone just empties the clip in the first round.
I'm still analyzing everybody on vibes, like not their first round score. And Phil has had good vibes the whole week.
So you're still a believer?
Yeah, he's still in the mix.
Brooks Koepka shot 2 over. We watched him miss a very makeable birdie on the 18th. Billy Horschel, who we talked about on this show, knowing that he needed to play well in the majors to have a realistic chance to make the Ryder Cup. He played well in the last major in the Open Championship. He finished in the top 5, +5. Not good. Adam Scott shot 5 over par, 77. Russell Henley, 7 over, 79. And then the darkest of the bunch. Oh my God. So my friends at Golf Digest they call bogey golf the standard. Instead of like shooting even par, you shot the standard.
Yeah.
He shot the standard today.
He shot what every amateur wishes they could shoot.
He shot 90 at Augusta National, doubled 18 to do it. I think with Nick Dunlap, let's remember the good. He has 2 wins. He should be a junior in college. Right? He was a sophomore last year when he won. It totally changed his world. It was an unnatural thing to have happen. Like he wasn't trying to go pro in that moment. He just had it's just there's no birdies on there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a triple, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 doubles, and just a lot of bogeys. And that's an incredible picture. Is that from today? It's got to be from today.
In the woods. Literally
in the woods. I feel bad for him. Like I don't even know because you show up tomorrow now and it's like he could shoot 59 and miss the cut.
Huge difference between 80 and 90.
He could shoot. Right? He could shoot 59 and miss the cut. If he shot 59, he would be 5 over par, and that's definitely not going to make the cut.
Oh my God, that was quick math there.
You like that?
Yeah.
I've watched a few golf tournaments in my day. Yeah, I just feel. I mean, when it gets to that point, there's obviously some serious issues in the game. There's some serious issues going on mentally. He's got to show up tomorrow. That's the hard part about golf.
Hey, when's the
Can't
last
withdraw.
time you remember
Don't withdraw.
Somebody as good as him shooting a score that high at this place? I can't think of like.
Yeah, so the last time someone did it was Ben Crenshaw. He was like 62 years old.
You're right.
You don't see that from a young professional. I think I remember David Duval shooting. I remember JB Holmes shot 86 in the final round of the Open Championship when he was playing with Brooks, and Brooks was like so angry the whole time. He was like, that's when he was pointing at his watch about how long he was taking. But yeah, for someone in the prime, I wouldn't call him the prime of his career. He's obviously still a young kid, but I feel bad. There's really not much. Like, what do you even say? You're staying at the house with him, like a guy he just shot 90 in the Masters.
I guess at least like he can get a mentality going for tomorrow that like, all right, I'm playing Augusta National, so I should just go have like a fun round.
Yeah, and also you can move your flight up.
Yeah.
You know?
Already.
Yeah, he like I said, he could shoot 59 tomorrow and still miss the cut.
He's going wheels up at 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Maybe we need him to go to do like remember Sebastian Gross 80-60? Let's get 90-70 tomorrow.
90-70.
Let's get 70. On 70 out of Nick Dunlap tomorrow. 20-shot improvement, nice round numbers.
It'll be officially Mr. 90-70.
I think we need that to happen. I missed Tiger today.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to be honest. I didn't think about Tiger Woods once today. And
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought about him a few times. It felt like the tournament was just like the run up to the tournament was just like a little flatter. Because like with Tiger, it's literally. I mean, so much of Thursday, Friday is just getting into position. But with Tiger, because he was playing so sparingly, it was like, what is he going to shoot? How's he going to walk?
Yeah.
Like, what is he going to wear? How much is he going to sweat? Like,
especially after 19, right? Because you're like, okay, he can chip away at this and win it on Sunday. So like, you get to every day you can take with like overanalyzation. Like,
it's
okay,
just how many balls is he going to hit? Who's he going to play practice rounds with? Like, just all of these sort of. And I think between no Tiger and also no, like the PGA Tour Live stuff is just dead. Like the conversation about that is just dead. There's nothing to say.
Yeah.
All the players are just kind of up there being like, yeah, like I don't know. There's no real rivalry. Players are all like playing together and hanging out together.
I like what Rahm said about it when he was asked. And he was just kind of like, can we just like do this week once ever?
Total. I mean, it's the third year in a row. It's been like this, and we're nowhere closer. All right, Gary Player. This was so they did the. First of all, I am surprised. He said that the Masters was his least favorite major. He ranked it 4th after the PGA Championship, which I feel like is trolling. Like, I'm a U.S. Open guy. Masters for me is strong number 2.
Yeah.
To say that the Masters is 4th out of 4 feels like a personal animus.
Maybe he's got some beef.
So he's still the honorary starter.
Yeah.
He does it with Jack Nicklaus. And they go and they do a press conference afterward. And Jack Nicklaus had some interesting stuff. He said that him and Rory had lunch and talked about his Augusta National prep. He said that was going really well. A couple interesting comments. And then Gary Player, he always goes wherever Gary Player wants to with these conversations. Let's roll this clip.
In 1997, when Tiger Woods won the Masters, he revealed that he famously ate at Arby's every single night. I was wondering when the last time you had any fast food was.
Well, you don't reach 90 as I do if you eat a bunch of crap, I can tell you that. But that's your choice. Everybody has a choice. I want to live to 100 because I love people, I love golf, I just love life. I've got a young girlfriend who changed my life. How about that at 90 finding a girlfriend? Tom's not as old as me, but he's also found a new one. And it's
bonk.
And I'll tell you what, guys, one of you or your wife are going to die. One of you going to die. One of the spouses is going to die. And it's not the end of life. And so many people, that does happen, and they get so disheartened that they don't think they should continue life. The greatest gift bestowed upon a man or woman is life. And so my ambition is to reach 100. So I went to India and I met a gerontologist, and he gave me 11 things to work on, which I adhere to. And so I might drop dead tomorrow, but I'm giving it a hell of a try.
Drop the list, Gary.
Any other comments, gentlemen, on that subject?
You told me, Tom.
She'll move on. Gentlemen in the back, please.
Watson's like, don't bring me into this. He said the same thing. He's like, Tom found a new girlfriend as well. Tom's like, I got a personal life, man. Like, let's keep the Gary Player chatter to Gary Player.
I got to shout out KVV for asking that question, actually.
Yeah.
And he posted on Twitter today.
Well, he has like a thing with Gary Player.
He does a great impression.
Yeah.
And then he posted. Do you see what he posted on Twitter?
No.
He was like, he's like leaning back in his chair with a cigar and sunglasses on. He's like, I had to do it to him. It's great.
Did you see who just finished at 4 under? Mr. Ludvig Aberg. People buried me for that pick. They said, "Oh, Ludvig's coming off back-to-back missed cuts. Oh, Ludvig this. Oh, Ludvig that." Shot 32 on the back 9. Swung it absolutely beautifully. Watching him play, it's amazing to me that he missed back-to-back cuts. That feels like a glitch in the matrix. That can't even be possible. Let's remember he finished 2nd in his first Masters last year. Won the biggest tournament of his career earlier this year at the Genesis Invitational at Torrey Pines, and that's when I made the pick that Ludvig's going to win the Masters. I feel like this is the year of Ludvig, and I still feel that way. So I think it's pretty much finished now. So we got Justin Rose at 7 under, Cory Connors, Scottie Scheffler, Ludvig Aberg 4 under, Tyrrell Hatton, Bryson DeChambeau, 3 under. Aaron Rai, Harris English, Jason Day, Akshay bounced back to shoot 2 under. Akshay birdied his last 3. A couple guys did birdie 17 and 18 today. Akshay being one of them. Aaron Rai currently leading the low. You want to pull up my predictions that I had before?
Oh, yeah.
Aaron Rai currently leading, I believe, as the low debutante. Jason Day shot 2 under, which we haven't seen him that much in the majors recently. Michael Kim, Twitter darling, 1 under par. Davis Thompson, 1 under. Cameron Smith shot a very, very quiet 1 under. And then Fred Couples. Dude, look, Fred Couples today beat Colin Morikawa, who was also kind of had a similar round to Rory. He was 4 under and then made 3 under and then went bogeys 3 of his last 4. He beat Joaquin Niemann, the #1 player in the world, according to Phil Mickelson. Mm-hmm. He beat Sergio Garcia. He beat Rory McIlroy. Fred Couples beat Rory McIlroy today.
Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth.
He beat Tom Kim. It's just amazing, man. He beat Xander Schauffele. He beat Hideki Matsuyama. Sahith and Fleetwood still have a chance to tie him. But another guy I wanted to talk about that was a bit of a disappointment today was Jon Rahm. He is 3 over par playing the 18th hole as we speak.
He looked mad out there.
Yeah, I mean, he always kind of looks mad out there. But, I think after last year being a bit of a lost year in the majors and all the dialogue about, I saw someone tweet like, Rahm went to live and it ruined his career. I'm not saying that that's why. I'm just saying that there is more chatter around his form than there would be if he didn't make that move when he was the number 2 or number 1 player in the world reigning Masters champion.
Yeah.
He finished top 10 at the Open Championship last year, but didn't do anything in his title defense last year. Missed the cut at the PGA Championship. Didn't even get to play in the U.S. Open because of that nasty toe injury. Bob McIntyre, I'm surprised to see him at 3 over par. Tony Finau shot 3 over. So there was some bite in the course today, but a lot of good scores.
Thing real quick, sorry to interrupt, but
yeah.
I don't think we can talk about the form thing anymore. Is the lesser schedule affecting their Bryson DeChambeau won the U.S. Open at Pine.
Totally, and Brooks won the PGA at Oak Hill when he was So I don't think that's. There's a fair narrative about Rahm's sort of downturn in form in the majors that is not related to live golf necessarily,
Correct.
but it is still a legitimate thing that he's struggling a little bit in the major championships, and I think there might be a little bit of something of feeling like you really have sort of 4 weeks to really show the world. And, Joaquin Niemann's in that same boat where he's won twice on live. His best finish in a major is tied for 16th. He's tied for 27th right now at even par. Anything else jump out for you today?
He can still ride up there. I think we should go through your predictions and check in on him.
Okay.
We already talked about Phil. I feel like top 10 still possible.
Yep, top 10 is definitely still possible. Probably needs to shoot at least, I'm going to say the cut tomorrow will probably be, I think it might also be 10 shots. Cut will probably be 3 over tomorrow. So he's got to shoot even maybe a couple under.
He can do that.
All right.
Did anybody go the other way on 10?
No.
Interesting.
No. You gotta have the right wind, and it's also who I think could go the wrong way on 10 tomorrow? Nick Dunlap. What do you got to lose, man?
Yeah.
Give us a pro tracer. Give us a moment where you hit just a banana slice over the cabins on 10. The problem is he doesn't really have much control of his golf ball right now, so it might ding the cabins. And
what if a bunch of the Adidas boys got together and they're like, "Yo, can you go out first tomorrow and do some crazy shit? Find some Easter eggs out there, some hacks that we don't know about.
Figure it out. Yeah, you've got an opportunity. You've got you got a round that is essentially meaningless. All right, what were my other ones?
All right, Bernhard making the cut.
I think Bernhard's got a good chance to make the cut. So he shot 2 over today. It's a long golf course for him, man. He's older than Fred, and he kind of whoops Fred on he's much more consistent on the Champions Tour. But he was 1 under through 11, bogey free. He bogeyed 12, 13, and 17. But I still like Bernhard's chances.
Even par
I think makes
that cut.
And Alan and I have talked about this on the show. I think the discussion around Bernhard has flipped too much onto the negative side because of the anchoring stuff, which is not his fault. And like Alan and I said, he's not anchoring the putter.
No.
You think that a guy he's so meticulous about everything is just cheating, and
I also think the relative height of the putter to his height affects that. A taller guy, Adam Scott's using that. Nobody talks about that, but Bernhard's got it.
It's true. Will Zalatoris, you can see a lot of daylight.
Yeah.
But two things can be true. I think that log putters are bullshit and should be banned, but I don't think that he is anchoring it. But he's a legend of the game. 46 or whatever wins on the Champions Tour. That's a huge part of his legacy. Last person, this is a cool record to have, and you're a big sucker for history, and he's the last guy to win a major championship with a persimmon driver.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a cool one to have. So I still like him to make the cut this week. I'm feeling good about that. All right.
You said Bryson's not going to be a factor.
That's not looking so hot. He shot 3 under. Yeah, he's just he made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he made 7 birdies today. Yeah, he just drives it so good. Like it's the reason.
Bogey? What was his
he
top?
bogeyed. I mean, it's the reason why he said initially that it's a par 67 for him, because he's right. He drives it so far. He birdied 2. He bogeyed 5, which everyone bogeyed 7, which is a hole that's like a lot about hitting the fairway control. He bogeyed 12. He hit it in the bunker long. I gotta say, this is a note I had for myself. Watching him hit bunker shots is so uncomfortable because all of his clubs are the same length. His lob wedge is a 7-iron length. It just looks really bizarre.
Crazy.
I don't understand how physically. And then he bogeyed 17. He drove it left into the trees. But yeah, I mean he birdied both the par 5s on the back 9. They are par 4s for him. He hit iron. He was one of the few guys who was able to hold the green on 15 because he was coming from. It's a much shorter shot for him. Everyone was hitting it long on 15 today, but Bryson had, I want to say, like 210 maybe on a 550-yard hole. So he just has a different gear off the tee. 201. So he probably
get into 2. Is that like a wedge?
Yeah, 2. I mean 2. Let's see where he drove it. Yeah, I mean it's also, I mean, his irons are turned down, so it's not a super like accurate reading. But I bet you he hit like 8-iron into 15. Yeah, he hit 362 on 2.
I love the second hole, by the way.
You like that?
It doesn't get enough love.
Yeah, I mean, that whole area of the course, that people always ask what's the best place to watch it. Look at that. I think
behind 2 green is a great spot.
Behind 2 green, you can see like second shots into 7, tee shots on 8. You can see the tee shots on 3, second shots into 2. So yeah.
Got Bryson's card up.
Yeah, we got Bryson's card. There it is. 3 under 69. Very, very solid start. It would catapult him into another level of stardom. I mean, I don't know if he has much more to go, but I think a 3rd major championship. There's a lot of guys who have 2 majors. Bryson has 2 majors. Justin Thomas has 2 majors. John Rahm has 2 majors. There's a lot. Colin Morikawa has 2 majors.
Yep.
There's a lot of guys in that generation who have 2 majors, and sort of waiting to see who's going to win 3rd. If he could do it, and then he's got the U.S. Open, he's got the Masters. He didn't make a YouTube video. I just won the Masters, which would be like a.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I mean
I just won the one.
Yeah,
in Georgia.
I just won that big tournament in Georgia. Keegan Bradley shot 2 over. Just going through. Max Homa got off to a good start. He was 2 under through 3 holes. Ended up shooting 2 over.
Oh, that was a bummer. It was nice to see him come out hot. Right?
It was nice to see him come out hot. There's been a lot of not coming out hot this year. But yeah, I feel like that's.
Your last one was Ludvig winning. So
listen.
Holden.
I would have signed for 4 under 68 to start. We were Team Ludvig this year. I don't know. It was more a pick of stubbornness than anything else. I didn't want to come off it.
What was it? He came in second last year, right?
Came in second last year, and he won Genesis, and he's a stud.
He's got a simple move. He puts it where he wants to. Like
he missed a cut in the Players and in Valero last week, and so people said it was a stupid pick. But
I think he was rope-a-doping us.
I think so too.
I stand by that.
I think so too. Anything else you want to add? How's your week been?
It's been good. I didn't catch a ton of coverage today. I was running around a lot, but at one point I stopped because they were replaying the honorary starters, and I kind of just like got stopped. I'm a sucker for that.
Have you gone like on 7 o'clock on?
I never
Thursday?
got up early.
You never did it.
No.
Yeah, you're not an early guy.
No,
yeah,
not even to watch it on TV anymore. I catch it in the afternoon, and it still stops me in my tracks, give me chills.
Yeah, it's one of the many traditions.
I think it's the music and the somberness in the early morning.
Yeah.
Fred Ridley's in a great mood.
I have very vivid memories of waking up at like 5 in the morning on the West Coast. He was always on the West Coast. And having Tiger having an early tea time. I miss Tiger, man.
Now I miss Tiger that we brought him up.
I miss Tiger. All right, let's wrap it up there. That was super fun breaking down round 1 of this big golf tournament that's happening across the street. Why don't you guys like and subscribe? That'd be big for us. I'm sticking with Ludvig. Who if you had to pick someone for the rest of the week?
So you're going to give me a read?
I'll give you a re-pick. Who was your pick to start out with?
Colin.
Are you going to stick with it?
Where did he end up?
Even.
I don't like even under.
Oh, one more thing we wanted to get to. Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh, yeah.
It's been all over the place this week. So Ken Griffey Jr. is here as a credentialed photographer. You know who's also doing this is Randy Johnson, the pitcher.
Yeah, what is up?
There's something in the water. Something about these ex-Hall of Fame. He looks so happy.
Baseball legends.
That looks like the setting sun of the Augusta National is smiling on his eyes. You know what I mean?
He also looks the same as he looked when he was like 22, or when he was like
the kid.
Like whatever. He was 7. How old was he when he went in the league? I don't know, but he was a kid.
The kid, man,
still looks young. I used to have his shoes.
Nice to see people find nice to see people find a second act in life.
I'm gonna stick with Morikawa to answer your question on the pick, and I think we should talk about a little Friday predictions. Like,
okay.
what's a thing that's gonna happen tomorrow? A very specific thing.
I think Justin Rose is going to shoot 2 over tomorrow, is my prediction. And I think Scottie is going to shoot another 4 under. He's just being so surgical. And I think Ludvig is going to shoot 2 under. And I think it's going to be Scottie leading by 2 at 8 under over to Ludvig at 6 under. Those are very specific predictions.
That was a lot. Yeah, I'm going to say I think Tyrrell Hatton's going to get himself further into the mix. I think Rose is going to hold steady probably and end the day at 7 or 8. Connors will fall out, and I don't know what Scottie will do.
Oh, there's a big battle brewing between McCarty and McCarthy.
Oh, yeah.
So Matt McCarty shot 1 under, and Denny. Whoa, my brain just went in a pretzel. Matt McCarty shot 1 under 71, and Denny McCarthy also shot 1 under 71.
Nice to see Boog in the mix there, too.
Yeah, Daniel Berger shot 1 under. Matty Fitz, after doing absolutely nothing all year, shot 1 under. Sung Jae 1 under. Shout out Willie Wilcox.
I noticed that earlier in the day that Fitz was playing well. He went in at 2 under.
Yeah, he got off to a good start. He's played well here in the past. He's got a top 10 in his career. All right, that's it. We're going to wrap up. That was a live in Augusta, Georgia. There's a big golf tournament happening across the street. We love you, golf sickos, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon.